I was 7 months pregnant, standing outside my sister-in-law's wedding, when I texted my husband to ask if he was okay. He wrote back, "Babe, you have nothing to worry about. I'm with Liz and Sarah." I believed him completely. What I didn't know was that Sarah wasn't just my husband's sister's best friend. She was the woman he had actually been sleeping with, the entire time he swore, for 7 straight years, that nothing had ever happened between them. "My name is Melissa. I'm married to Tyler. We've been together 7 years, married for 3, with 3 kids under the age of 5. Trust has always been the thing I protect the hardest. I don't have a big circle of friends. I have 2 people I trust completely, and everyone else stays at arm's length." Tyler knew that about me from our very first date. He also knew Sarah, because she'd been his sister Liz's best friend since they were both 10 years old. Now 37, and someone I saw constantly, family parties, holidays, weekend outings. And for some reason from the very beginning, something in me never fully trusted her. I asked Tyler about her probably 10 separate times over the years. "Did you ever sleep with her?" Every single time, he looked me in the eyes and said no. Married 3 years, together 7. And that gut feeling never actually went away. So one evening, while he was in the shower, I searched her name in his phone. It lit up. Messages to his friends, years old, bragging about a night he called heaven. Details I won't repeat here. But the part that actually broke me wasn't even what I read. It was the date. That night happened only a few days after our very first date together. I remembered that day clearly because I'd had lunch with him that same afternoon. He'd invited me to a party at his place that evening. I said no. I didn't want to seem too easy, too available. So I stayed home. That same night, he slept with his sister's best friend. When I confronted him, he did exactly what some part of me already knew he would. Flipped it back on me for going through his phone. Said it was ancient history. Said we weren't even official yet. "We were basically strangers," he told me. "It doesn't count." Except it did count. Because it was never really about that one night. It was the 10 separate times I asked him directly, and the 10 separate times he lied to my face without even hesitating. 7 years of holidays, birthdays, 3 pregnancies, 3 delivery rooms where I held his hand. And this lie sat quietly underneath every single one of those moments, waiting. Then my mind went straight back to that wedding night. I was pregnant, couldn't drink, couldn't travel up the night before because we had no sitter until Saturday, so Tyler went alone. I had a horrible feeling that night, a feeling I almost never get. I texted him, half joking, half serious, asking if everything was okay. "Babe, you have nothing to worry about. I'm with Liz and Sarah." I remember reading that message twice, telling myself I was being paranoid, hormonal, insecure about being 7 months pregnant while everyone else danced at an open bar without me. Had I known then what I know now, I never would have let that night happen the way it did. The next morning, when I finally arrived, something felt off. I stood near the gift table, watching Sarah laugh with Tyler's family, like she belonged there more naturally than I did, and I told myself it was just hormones talking. Now I can't stop wondering if something happened between them that night too. He says no. But he also said no about sleeping with her at all, for 7 straight years. Here's the part that actually makes me sick. We had been around her constantly, family dinners, holidays, birthdays, every gathering where I hugged her hello, asked about her life, genuinely liked her. I was the only person in the room who didn't know the truth. Everyone else just watched me be the fool in real time. One more detail. The night Tyler and Sarah slept together, she had a boyfriend. The same boyfriend she still has today. They have a child together now. Tyler and I have sat at dinner tables together, laughing about how much of a dud that boyfriend was. I think about that now and feel something close to nausea. All those conversations happening while he sat there knowing exactly what he'd done years earlier. He apologized eventually. I have to force myself to accept it every time he brings it up. I used to adore my husband, genuinely believed he was made for me. Now I don't even want to call him when something good happens in my life. He says he's open to couples therapy. But I'm a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids under 4.
finding childcare, scheduling an appointment, finding even one uninterrupted hour to process this. It feels like one more impossible task stacked on top of everything I already carry alone. Some days I want to go. I want someone neutral in the room to help me understand what I'm feeling, because it changes by the hour. Some mornings I wake up almost fine, ready to move forward for our kids. By that same afternoon, I'm replaying the wedding night for the 100th time, hunting for details I might have missed. Other days I resent that I'm the one who has to organize my own healing on top of everything else. He gets to say, I'm open to therapy, and move on with his day. I'm the one who has to find the sitter, sit in traffic, and then sit across from a stranger and explain, out loud, that my husband lied to me for 7 years. And there's one more thing. The other woman Tyler was seeing around the same time we started dating. The one he swore he was head over heels for me while also involved with. She went on to marry my brother. I sat at that wedding too, gave a toast, hugged her and told her welcome to the family. I had no idea I was welcoming a second woman into my life who shared the exact same secret my husband had been hiding from me the entire time. I think back now to holidays where all three of us sat at the same table, me, Sarah, and my brother's wife, passing dishes back and forth, laughing at the same jokes, while I was the only one at that table who didn't know what connected us. So now there are 2 women in my life, at every single family event, who Tyler was actively involved with during the exact same period he swore he was falling for only me. I used to believe he would have burned the whole world down for me. Turns out, the joke was on me the entire time. I still don't have an answer to the question I ask myself every night. Is there really coming back from being lied to for 7 years? I don't know yet. Some nights I lay awake replaying every family dinner, every hug, every casual, "we should hang out soon," I said to a woman who slept with my husband days after our very first date. What I do know is this: trust isn't only about what someone did before you. It's about what they were willing to let you believe, for years afterward, while you quietly built an entire life around a version of them that never actually existed. A lie doesn't stay small just because it happened a long time ago. It grows every single year it stays buried, because every year it stays hidden is another year someone chose silence over honesty with the person they claimed to love most. If you're in a relationship built on something you don't fully know yet, trust your gut. It's usually right, long before your mind is ready to admit it. And if you've ever found out a hard truth the way I did, know this: realizing you deserved honesty from the start isn't weakness. It's the first real step toward finally choosing yourself.